Hi BookTube, and welcome back to my channel again. A little warm. Okay, so I wanted to start my book review off with a book that I hated and well, like but hate, and end it on a good note. So here we go. The Dinner, a novel by Herman Koch. I don't know, K-O-C-H. Sorry if you somehow watch this. So it's about 4 people at a dinner in this restaurant in Holland, and they're discussing the subject. As you read the book, you're not sure where the narrator is going with this, and it's interesting. And I tried to read it blindly because I couldn't remember what it was about. But then after 100 pages in, I'm like, let me see what this is about, because I kind of wanted to get rid of it. After I'm like, okay, I want to stop because I'm not really sure where it's going, and I'm kind of not liking it. But then I wasn't sure if maybe I will like it and won't. So I went ahead and just kept trying. So I thought, okay, let me look. The synopsis didn't tell me too much about it, but I thought, okay, some little parts I did like, but for the rest, most of it, the part of it, I didn't like it. And yeah, sure enough, this book pissed me the heck off. I didn't like any of the characters. I did try to like one character when I saw that he was having, what's the word I want? Showing some integrity. But then he showed up, he was just a freaking coward. So it was like, okay, which would have fit into what he was trying to become. I won't tell you that part unless you already. But anyway, I didn't like not one person in this book, not a one. I thought the way he was writing it, I'm like, oh, here's the angle, here's what's going to happen, because but no. Because I had to stop on that because I was going to tell you guys was about. I should give spoilers anyway, so you wanted to waste your time reading this book. But I won't, because maybe you will like it. Some people liked it. Obviously, it became New York Times bestseller. I'm thinking New York Times bestseller because people spent money on the book. You know what I'm saying? Like when books that are not really good become bestsellers, don't you think it's because they spent money on the book and they haven't returned the book? They just decide to keep it or give it away. That's what I'm thinking. Because if you're reading this book, and let's say I'm reading this and talking to someone who's in my presence, and they're like, no, just tell me. So I tell them. Knowing whoever I'm speaking to, I wouldn't think, now that I told you, don't buy this book. This piece of crap. You're not going to go out and buy the book. If anything, you'll say, well, let me read. I'm like, if you really want to know, then here, take my copy and read it. And then don't give it back to me because it's a piece of crap. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like this book. Okay, that's enough time devoted to it. 3 minutes, 43 seconds. Piece of crap. Alrighty then. And let's see. Okay, I'll end it off on this one. Perfect Peace by Dr. Daniel Black. You guys don't hear much about this author, but he should. He does have a YouTube channel, and I can put the link in the description box because I sub to him. But he doesn't have a whole lot on there. But he is on Instagram. So he's a professor in Atlanta Clark. So I was going to say Morehouse, but no, because I would have seen him. But I think he was in Morehouse when I interned there. I digress. Anyway, Perfect Peace, synopsis, Acacia Eyes from the Chaotic Book Corner, or Chaotic Little Book Corner. Anyway, she's whatever. Hit me to the book that I think I told you guys before. I don't know. But anyway, it goes. It's about a family of 6 or 7, and in 1940s in Arkansas, black family, and the wife wanted a daughter. She had all these boys and she wanted a son. And she had all these sons and she wanted a daughter. And what happened was she gave birth to a son and she turned him into a girl and told her family he's a girl. And so really this book is about nurture versus nature. So I'm thinking nurture versus nature. But then there's a twist to it. So that's to that too. Yeah. I liked it. This book made me cry. It made me angry. It had me laughing. There's old gospel hymns in here that if you're black, then you would know the songs, and you attended an all-black church. Or if you're white and Southern, and then you would have sang this in your church too. Or if you're, anybody who's gone to a black church, how about that? You will recognize these songs. So I liked it. I really did. And don't come at me saying that I just made a racist comment or stereotypical, because no, these songs, I haven't heard them. But then I wasn't raised in the white church. I was raised in a black church. And that song, old gospel spirituals or hymns or old Negro hymns, whatever. So that's what we've sung. And even when I became an adult, I haven't heard those songs sang in culturally mixed churches, unless it was in the South, and then they would bust out with them. So don't come at me with it, because I'm not going to listen to you. Okay, just telling you. I'm tired, and leave me alone. Okay, so anyway, good book. You guys need to read it. And then I printed out the reading group guide too. But read it. Alrighty. Then Walking Wisely, by Dr. Charles Stanley. He's the pastor at First Baptist of Atlanta. In Touch Ministries is his thing. I talked about, I was doing a rejuvathon, I think that's what I called it, just for myself, just to refresh myself spiritually. Maybe I called Refreshathon. So it's one of them, because it rejuvenated me and refreshes me. And so I have the book, and I've also heard him at church speak when I used to live there. And it's just about godly wisdom, how to acquire wisdom, the benefits of wisdom, and how to walk wisely. And it's all about just allowing God's Spirit just to lead you and guide you. You have to be a Christian, though, for that to happen. God can do it for you then. But, if you really want to develop a relationship with Him. So, this is it. If you want to develop a relationship with Him, you have to be able to let Him lead you and guide you, so that your life will go prayerfully. You're going to go through tests and trials, obviously, but you know how to go through them if God is in your life. And, so there you go. All this from God's perspective. So he talks about how Jesus lived, and so do pray and ask the Lord to guide you. He'll do it. Good book. My last one is Velma Barfield, Woman on Death Row. It's her autobiographical book. This is she wrote this before she died. She died by lethal injection. And it's just about the drug addiction and the crimes that she committed. You can look her up on YouTube and Google her. I don't know about YouTube. I take that back. But you can Google her. And she just talks about, this is my mom's copy. So I saw this book in Goodwill and I should have bought it. So if I see it again, I'm going to get it. Because this is an old copy, the original. And she just discusses what she's done. This is from 1985. She was electrocuted. Not electrocuted. Sorry. She was executed. That's a lethal injection in 1984. But it's sad. She lived a hard life anyway. So I could see how drugs was going to come into it eventually. And really, drugs was painkillers. and she was in so much pain emotionally that the physical pain just seemed to be told you, the physical pain just seemed to be exacerbated even more so, because really it was emotional pain she was trying to deal with. Really interesting. I loved it. It made me sad, angry. I cried. Yeah. So, yeah. I do remember her, them wanting to let her go. She might be on YouTube. I might be sure about her. I did remember people speaking out for her, like, because she did so much for people while she was in prison. And, yeah. So anyway, death, Woman on Death Row, Velma Barfield. So there we go. So, good book. I'm not picking up that other piece of crap. This was good. This was really good too. And I'm still going on. And really good. Alright, so thank you guys so much. Have a blessed day. Thank you for dealing. This is too long, and I really appreciate all your those who subscribe. Thank you. I'm sorry it's gone for a long time. I just had a rough time with work and just being tired. So thank you so much. Have a blessed day, and keep reading. Peace out. Ciao.
Whoosh.